Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's why I made the website. And if you want, the paintings, the originals themselves are a little bit cheaper right now because I'm about to move and I need to get them out of my life. So colinmullen.com. Hey everybody, so this painting is of a game called Dying Light. It was a game I was going to do a Twitch bounty for, as in Twitch was going to pay me on behalf of the developer to talk about this game. About a year ago, August 29th is the first file upload onto my computer. Or, yeah, I guess that's the right verbiage. Anyway, I couldn't end up doing the bounty because the game just wouldn't run right with the capture software. Like, the game ran fine for me, but the capture for it looked awful. So I had to end up canceling it. But they did give me the game for free. So, full disclosure, my opinion of this game may have been swayed because of that, just so you know. That's what full disclosure is for. Anyway. It's a pretty game. I ended up stopped doing the painting just because I realized that I would actually have to do the checkerboard pattern on the tablecloth. And I was like, nah, I don't want to go insane right now. So then I waited until this year to do it, like a normal person does, and spent like an hour and a half on the checkerboards. It turned out all right. There's a lot of problems that I have with this piece, mostly in just like early like sketches and design decisions that I made that are just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm looking back at this footage and I'm just like, dude, what were you doing? So I guess I've just gotten to be a better artist in the past like year. So that's good news. But anyway, so about a week ago, Butch Hartman was found out to have traced some commissions that he did, at least one. And it was of Ranma 1/2. I don't know anything about the show, the anime, the manga, whatever, but he traced one of the characters from it, and then he sold it as a commission for about $200. A lot of people complained that, he was selling things at $200. I think a commission from a, well-known, we'll go with well-known, artist such as Butch Hartman probably could easily be that much. I don't think his skill level's at that point, but maybe you should be charging more for your commissions is a lot of the takeaway that people had. But I don't want to get into that right now, and I think that's a separate video in of itself. But I want to talk about something that's been bugging me a lot this year, and I'm using this as a jump off point because just it's in the news, it's in the zeitgeist, or was like a week ago. That maybe not Butch Hartman, but other big name celebrities might be bad. They might be awful people. They might do bad things. And a lot of people have a lot of their personality wrapped up in loving the stuff that XYZ person makes, the universe that XYZ person made. And then they hear about this awful thing that they do, whatever it happens to be. And then they don't want to believe it. They don't want to interact with it or deal with it because then they'd have to accept that this part of themselves, this thing that they liked about themselves, them liking this product, this person, whatever, is not a thing they can do anymore. And so they retaliate, or they get mad about it, or they just don't know how to deal with it. Butch Hartman is probably the worst example of this possible because it's been known for a while that he's kind of a weirdo, and that's a different thing entirely. My point is that just, I guess what needs to be said is don't put people on pedestals, don't say that, people are humans do bad things, and your happiness should not be tied up in whether or not a celebrity or whatever is going to be a good person. The cult of personality is real, and I feel like, I was talking to my wife about this topic, and she pointed out that the internet is making it a lot more accessible for us to talk to celebrities, and maybe that's the reason that we're starting to get to this point where we can see that maybe they're just kind of awful, They can't hide behind a PR person when they, end up tweeting something stupid or doing something stupid, They don't have that barrier anymore, and we're starting to learn about these things and these people and all that. And so now we have to kind of like deal with that. We have to decide how we're going to interact with that stuff. There are, examples of things that I like, but I don't like the creator. And it depends on what they did, I don't know. it's kind of weird watching Fairly Odd Parents now. Not that I was a huge fan back in the day. It was one of those shows that just kind of came on and I'd watch it because, I mean, I guess, you know, TV's on kind of shows. It wasn't really my childhood, as he likes to claim, but like, you know, I think I could probably sit down and like halfway enjoy it, maybe. It kind of depends. But, you know, if you're in a situation where there's someone who's super cool, that you love the stuff they do, and you start to feel like part of your personality is wrapped up in that, maybe take a step back and just, I don't know. We want other people to be the people that we wish we could be, and I think that's part of it. And don't do that, because if they don't end up being that person, then maybe you'll feel like you can't be. I feel like that's a thing that happens. I don't know. This is something that I'm still trying to work through, like mentally, for myself. Not really with Butch Hartman, but just this is a way for me to talk about it. But just the idea that, you know, don't have idols. I think that that's just bad for your mental health in general. But anyway, I'm going to thank the people on Patreon who have been supporting me, who have been, you know, throwing some cash at me. If you want to do the same thing, if you're able to, obviously, Patreon link is in the description. But here are the people who have been supporting me at the $5 or more tier. Thank you in advance. Let's go ahead and start with Wapfu. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, Tino Kill. Thank you, Targo. Thank you, Spiral. Thank you, Spencer Kane. Thank you, Punkster. Thank you, Flenixia Theoran. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Mortivus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Maliciousness. Thank you, Lost Nevada. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Katana Squirrel. Thank you, Holgen. Thank you, Duxu. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Cappy Rose. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. And thank you, Ants! I was smart and actually recorded this later in the day, so that way, like, you know. Anyway, a heavy topic that I think I skimmed the surface of, but hopefully, like, this can at least be a point for us to start discussing things. If there's other things that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. It really does help out, just knowing what you guys are thinking about and what kind of things you want to learn about or want me to talk about. I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.